Hi, Kimberly. I hope you can hear me. Kimberly, can you hear me? I could just turn on my volume for a second. See if I can hear myself. I don't. Oh no. It's because it says it hasn't begun yet.
Fido at it again. Get just what you need.
Hi, everyone. Give me just 1 second. It's playing an ad for me for some reason. All of a sudden, I can't see comments. Let me click out, get back in. There we go. You can hear me loud and clear. Excellent. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Mario. Kimberly. Hi. Just real quick, I want to let you guys know I'm going to do a mix of donated and free. And just so you know, the donations this time, they're going to get me a new phone. I'm not even looking for an expensive phone because I'm tired of having to keep mine plugged in. It took me forever just to turn it on. So, anyways, hi, Lori. Hi, Christine. Greetings from France, Mario. Nice. Kimberly. Marisha. Good evening. So we have people from all over the world. And I'm going to go ahead and get right into this. So I'm going to answer Kimberly Corner. Hey, Sandy. Blessings to you. You're in the UK in London. May I ask what good things lie ahead in love and light to you? Thank you, my dear. All right, so this is for Kimberly. What good things lie ahead in love for Kimberly? Let's start with the psychic tarot. I'm going to bring the lid down a little bit just so you can see. All right, so for Kimberly, what is coming in for love? Good. The good things that are coming in. And I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to do a mix today of shuffling and picking from the top of the deck. Well, first thing, Kimberly, you have the Three of Cups, rejoice and celebration. But then you have the Strength card next to that. 8 could certainly represent this year. Could certainly represent the balance that you may have found within yourself. I feel like that's what it's saying. Finding balance within myself is your sense of power. So I feel like, and listen, it's going to talk about a Leo. Or when I say, what do I want to say? Like the characteristics of a Leo. Right now, you're in the Four of Cups. It feels like boredom and contentment within probably not your whole life, but probably, this is relating to love. Well, hello, lovers. Kimberly, under rejoice and celebration. Kimberly, the lovers. First of all, it is a card of Gemini. It is, the meaning of the card is a head over heart decision, but because it's coming under the Three of Cups, I feel like this is something you're celebrating. It's probably going to happen when you least expect it, because I feel like your back's like to the world in a way. We have balance. Wow, that's exactly what I was feeling. Like finding balance within helps you find balance without. Obstacles and challenges, under discontentment and boredom. So I feel like right now, I'm not going to say you have a terrible life or anything like that, but I do feel like you are, you want love in your life. And, the lovers would represent to me that it is coming into your life. But I feel like there's a very important message here also, and it's about really finding balance within. Like another way of looking at this is don't allow the obstacles and challenges of the past to affect what this may be, in the present and the near future. I feel like that's the main thing it's saying to you, like finding this balance. And then I feel like this other person could certainly, sometimes we're waiting on, or let's say divine is waiting on the other person. So this person could be cutting ties with someone right now as we speak. I do feel like it is talking about 2024 for you, definitely. Um, and I feel like 2024 is bringing in a love. Let's just take one more. Well, deception and envy, we don't want that. And truth. Okay. Dang it, I went to ads again. Um, I feel like this is what deception and envy. Oh, it's like my camera's opposite. It's weird. And truth. Feel like to me, like what is the message it's giving you to be ready so that you can be the best in love also. So I feel like, there must have been someone in a previous relationship that was not completely honest with you. But when judgment comes out, first of all, truth, it's talking about a new beginning. It's talking about a rebirth in your life. And we're asking love. So it is saying there is about to be a rebirth in your love, in your life and in your love. Um, but first and foremost, I feel like, that's the one thing you want to look at. Like, am I carrying any old energy that may affect? Because I feel like, we're asking our spirit guides. So, rejoice and celebration over the lovers. This must be something really to look forward to. And I feel like it's interesting because then you have the 6 and the 5 mirroring each other, which is 11. You have an 11 right in between of them, right in between the two of them. Could be a very powerful type of love. Maybe a very powerful type of love. And the two of you get together, I feel like, well, what does it say? Harmony. Balance first, put the past in the past, and then just be open to what the universe wants to surprise you with. Okay. I hope that helped, Kimberly. It looked really, really good. You're a Leo. Okay, that makes sense. Hi, GR. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Juanita. Hi, Evan. Hi, Marisha. I don't know if I said hi. Puffin Smiles. Hi, Rachel. All right, so you want to see what love looks like for you. Thanks for all you do. I love your wisdom and energy, sending love and positive vibes. Thank you very much, Rachel. Kimberly, much love to you also. All right, so this is for Rachel. Rachel, excuse me just 1 second. Excuse me 1 second, Rachel. What? Okay, sorry about that. Sam knocked at my door. I'm always like, when I'm in my lies, you gotta let me be. But what am I gonna do? I had to answer the door. So, anyways, Rachel, where'd you go? Rachel. All right, so I would like to see what love looks like for me. All right. So, Rachel, what should we use? What should we use? I'm going to use the Universal Tarot, Rachel. Sometimes I remember, like, your last reading and what deck I used. And I think for you, Rachel, I think I used the Good Tarot. So that's what made me pull this deck, just so you know. We shall take you. All right, love for Rachel. Well, we start with the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands can certainly speak about a period of time of a lot of responsibilities in your life. Sometimes I feel like the Ten of Wands is that energy of, I don't know if I can do it anymore. It's like this person's pushing all these wands like up a hill. I wonder if there's another way around it. Like, why am I trying to carry all those wands? The one thing I want to say, Rachel, is I feel like through your life and your life experiences, you've learned a lot, you've gained a lot. You're so much stronger than you used to be. And I feel like you want to make sure you're giving yourself credit for all that. We have the Seven of Wands. Interesting. There's a lot of wands there for you. Seven of Wands is standing one's ground. Ten of Swords. What the hell? What's going on, Rachel? Ten of Swords is a repeat pattern of, if you even look at this person, they see the swords. They see them coming. But yet they lay there, almost in submission. You certainly talk about someone that you dealt with in the past who was probably pretty difficult to deal with. Could speak about your whole life. And I want to say, Rachel, like, just be careful that, because the Seven of Wands being between the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords tells me that you have every right to stand up for yourself and every right to be proud of yourself. I feel like I'm pushing these wands up a hill that maybe I don't need to. Let's keep going. I don't know, guys. I have a feeling that a lot of these love readings are going to tell us a little bit about ourselves, but it would only make sense because we want to know how to get, how to vibrate the highest of love. Well, here you go, the Empress. So you know what I feel like, Rachel? I feel like you took all those swords and all those wands, and somehow, some way, you turned them around, and you are now using them as your power, as your wisdom. Exactly what we're supposed to be doing. I feel like you are on track. It's interesting because you have a lot of this heavy energy, but I feel like you overcame this energy, or you will be overcoming this energy. I don't know if you're a single mom, but this could also be like, raising a child by myself, and that's never easy. But I love that the Empress just showed, because I feel like I can take all that old energy and I can use it to benefit me now. Where before maybe it hurt me, now it can be actually my benefit. Remember, the Empress is loving and nurturing. Even though I feel like I've dealt with hell, I still keep my heart open. But now I know better. I feel like if anybody comes towards you who plans on putting all these swords in you, you'll know it, you'll feel it 1,000 miles away. That you want to trust in. Okay. So I feel like we had to maybe look a little bit at your past to go into your future, the world. Look at that, the next chapter. That means that Ten of Wands, goodbye. Five of Cups, interesting. Five of Cups, I wonder if there's someone on your mind. First of all, I want to say, cards that went flying everywhere. Okay, I wanted to try to pick that up without everything falling. All right, so We have the Five of Wands, two fives together, and then hello, sun. So the sun and the world are mirroring each other. That's good news. The Empress is here. That's really good news. The Five of Wands is connected to the Ten of Swords right now, Rachel. And to me, that means that there was a period of time when there was probably a lot of drama in your life. And I feel like one of the lessons you learned is it doesn't serve you, doesn't serve any of us to get like pulled into other people's dramas, lower vibrational type energy. Though I do feel like there may be someone on your mind, or this is just represent the type of love you want. The Five of Cups to me represents where my focus is at. And sometimes my focus is on what I've lost. But the Five of Cups wants you to start focusing on what is yet to be. And when this person makes that change in the Five of Cups, lo and behold, there's two new cups. There's two cups. Now, it can be someone from the past, of course, but it would be someone in new energy. Do you know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be anyone who would be bringing you this Ten of Swords or this Ten of Wands, because I don't feel like they could get close to you enough. You have the sun underneath you, and it's just like illuminating you. It's like there's this glow about you. And it's what's taking you into this next chapter, which I feel like really we've all begun the next chapter. I just want to take a couple more. We have the Hangman, and we have the Two of Pentacles. All right, so we're not going to end it on a question. So I feel like the Hangman is saying, first of all, the Hangman is seeking wisdom on their next step, like help guide me on my next steps. And sometimes like I don't make a move until I feel that guidance. Look at that, Seven of Cups became in reverse. So I feel like you are going to make a choice. You are going to make a decision. And again, this is talking about love. Interesting, we don't have many love cards here. Yet in the same breath, it's showing you your growth. And I feel like maybe today is like a day of empowerment, like to really show each and every one of you like how much you've grown and how proud you should be of yourselves. You know what I mean? And what you have gone through. And I know, Rachel, I know you're the Empress. I know that you've absorbed the past as your wisdom. I know that. I can feel it. So I feel like what this is saying is, love is, well, let's take one right after the Seven. Look, do I have my deck in reverse? No. We have the Devil in reverse. Interesting. Could be Capricorn, of course. We have Leo right there also. But I really feel like what it's saying is when you look at the Devil, I don't know if you're looking at the monitor or not, but when you look at the Devil was influencing the lovers. The Devil puts a negative influence over these lovers, like, and this could certainly talk about like a past life for you, Rachel. And in one past life where you guys felt, you felt the influence of the Devil. And because it's in reverse, I feel like this lifetime, you're breaking free of that. So I feel like you are one of the persons in the lovers. Even though we don't see the lovers, we do see the lovers. And because it's in reverse, I feel like what it's saying is any type of dark influence is going away. And by the way, with the sun right here, anything done in the dark will come to the light. So I feel like even though, again, we don't really have a lot of love cards here, Rachel, we do have some important cards. So I feel like you also, I feel like, have the lovers. You just have them now in the light where previously they were in the dark. That's probably what all this energy in the beginning was. So I have a feeling that, at the right time, and also think about where your focus is at. Because if I'm just like in this energy of like, all I have lost, then it's very hard to manifest something that's very good. So I feel like that's first and foremost. And then, it feels like no matter what, the ball will be put in your court. I don't feel like this is anything you have to worry about. I have a feeling you're reconnecting with a past life love. And I do feel like the devil had influence over the two of you. But no more, no more, no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Okay, Rachel. Wow. Wow. Okay, I have a feeling we're going to be going deep today. I hope you guys can handle it. um, Clarissa. Hi, Clarissa. You're very welcome. You'd like to know what stands out the most for you currently. Okay. So for Clarissa, what stands out for you most currently? So I guess another way of putting that is, what do your guides need you to know right now? I feel like I'm going to bring out the Good Witch. It's not called the Good Witch, it's the Cozy Witch. I keep getting the name wrong. All right. So for Clarissa. And let's just see what comes out. Leave it open to our guides. But we are looking for current energy. Current. We have, well, hello, Ten of Pentacles. That's a very abundant energy. What's it say? When life gets chaotic, find a way to get grounded and balanced. Oh, that's the Two of Pentacles. So it makes me feel like you're somewhat in a question mode right now. King of Swords. We can all learn important things from one another. Look at the King of Swords. He's sitting at a typewriter. It's a she. She's sitting at a typewriter, like typing a letter. We have the Star. Look at that. It almost put itself right in line. It's about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. It says, have faith that healing is in the forecast. I feel like in the Star's energy, you really are becoming grounded. And I feel like that really serves you. Well, hello, the Lovers. Come on. Holy cow. So I felt the Lovers in all three readings that I just did. So you have the Lovers that are mirrored by the Two of Pentacles. So again, let's say the Lovers, the meaning of the cards, a head over heart decision. Well, that would make sense with the Two of Pentacles. But because the Star is right before the Lovers, I feel like this is about a dream that feels like it's coming true. And it can be this King of Wands. If nothing else, it just talks about someone who is willing to take action. This is someone who puts action behind their words. They are typing. It's like they're typing a letter, but I feel like there's action behind whatever they're typing. It's almost like they're typing a letter to you. Now, I don't know how many people still use typewriters. So it could certainly represent social media, email, text, or it could be a physical letter. I mean, I'm a Virgo and I love letters, and I love letters, and I have most of my love letters from my life. We have the Eight of Cups under that Two of Pentacles. We have the Chariot. Unlimited potential. Card of Cancer. Interesting, we have 7, which was 2023, and then we have the 8, which is 2024. And I have a feeling like something that maybe I wanted to happen in 2023. Well, really, 2024 is the year for it. It was the best time for it. The Chariot says you'll never go anywhere if you keep standing still. Next to the Eight of Pentacles. And then we have the 10 of Wands under the star. Well, you're not wishing for that. Why make things so much more difficult than they need to be? That's what the 10 of Wands says. We have the 5 of Pentacles. And then with the 5 of Pentacles is the Tower. Interesting. Okay. Well, Clarissa, this is what I feel. I feel like, first of all, there's going to be something that comes into your life. But it could be potential love. Lovers doesn't always have to stand for love. It could just be, just a special type of relationship. It could be like a best friend type of energy. However, I get this feeling that like you may hear from someone of your past. I do feel like this king is like writing a letter. And it's interesting because I feel like then the king gives the letter to the person in the chariot, and the chariot delivers it to you. Now, I feel like this reminds me a lot of, I think it was Kimberly, or maybe, I'm not sure it was Kimberly, but one of, it reminds me of the 5 of Pentacles and the Tower. So you've experienced this tower before. It's telling me that. You've gone through this tower. And it was of emotional nature. So I feel like the clearing of the emotional house is probably first and foremost. You know what I mean? Like not allowing yourself to hang on to any old energy. And then I feel in the 5 of Pentacles, a lot of times I don't ask for that energy. I don't ask, and it does feel like a tower. But this is about overcoming those towers. And, in the 5 of Pentacles, I say this all the time in my readings. I feel like the people in the 5 of Pentacles are heading towards soulmate energy. Well, you do have the Lovers right above there. I want to take one more look at that, the 2 of Wands. Okay, so I feel like the only reason I took another card is because I don't want you to like think, oh man, I got a tower coming. No, that tower has already happened. And I know that because it's coming over the 5 of Pentacles. This is talking about the 2 of Wands. First of all, I feel like there is a question that's coming to you. There's something that's coming to you. And it feels like of a very good nature. It is part of something that you dream about. And then I love the 2 of Wands now because this is you. I feel like this is you saying yes. Now, 2 of Wands coming right over the Lovers. Now, I don't know if you're looking for love, but if you are, this is a great omen. But then again, like I said, this can be like a great friend. I feel like, it's definitely soulmate energy. That I know for sure. You have soulmate energy coming into your life. And I mean, they're there to help benefit your life. And I do feel like, I don't know, I feel like you may get a letter, an email, a text, something. And they may be asking you to go on this adventure with them. And I feel like you say yes, as long as you don't allow those previous towers to affect your present. 2 of Wands, it says your decisions decide your future here, nothing else. It is your intentions that really determine your tomorrows. So, okay. I'm going to let that be, Clarissa. I hope that helped. I'm just jumping down to Jennifer because you're right there Jennifer Bentley. What does Spirit need you to know? Jennifer, my daughter's name, aka Jen with 2 N's, not 1, 2. What do I want to bring out? Let's bring out the Luminous Tarot with King of Pentacles. Just want to show you that King of Pentacles didn't want to come up with the rest. You're welcome, Clarissa. I hope that made sense. Oh, Evan, I'll find it. I do have chat replay on, by the way. So you can always go back and listen to these through chat replay. I keep them public for a couple weeks, and then I turn them into unlisted. But you always have the link anyway. So anyways, Jennifer, what does Spirit want you to know? We have the 3 of Cups. And then we have the Hangman. It almost feels like it's saying stop drinking. Now, that's just my initial feeling of it, but it doesn't have to mean that. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Chariot. Beautiful. Chariot talks about unlimited potential, especially as it speaks about your own truth, your voice, your integrity, all of that. I feel like you've been waiting. Oh, we have the 4 of Wands. It's a marriage card. Interesting, because I feel like maybe you had been waiting for some type of change, maybe even some type of communication, something that's going to move you ahead, I feel like. And I feel like it comes in, and I feel like it does come in the right time. You know, when I said just be careful if you're drinking, I kind of mean that. Though it doesn't have to be drinking. It simply just mean, like, what I feel is, like, just be careful I'm not doing anything to self-sabotage myself. That's it. But I love that the 4 of Wands comes under that 3 of Cups, because, you know, that is about a commitment. They call it the marriage card. All your cards went flying. Excuse me 1 second. All right, we have the King of Cups. We have the 6 of Wands. We're going to turn these around. Hello, lovers. I mean, come on. Okay, every reading now. Connected to the Chariot. First of all, they're neighbors. The Lovers is marrying the 4 of Wands, the marriage card. And then we have the 5 of Cups with the 2 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. I have a feeling. You know, it's interesting because I was going to name the title for today, Live Love Tarot Readings, because I just had a feeling this is going to be a lot about love. Not that I even thought that you guys are going to ask about love, but I just felt that. But I do feel like, you know, we have to know where we've been so we can understand where we're going, or we can better manifest where we want to go. So this looks very good as love is concerned, even though you may have waited, you know, maybe you have waited for the right person. But I feel like, and I also feel like I waited for some communication to come in, but I feel like it does come in. Not only does it come in. And again, this doesn't have to be love, because I feel like actually what it does for you is it helps you in your platform in life, whatever that platform may be. Like, I feel like it helps to expand that. But I also feel like it is talking a little bit about love here. because we have the Five of Cups over this King of Cups. So this could be someone that I was with at one time, and they may be making a repeat appearance. And by the way, it happens all the time. And I know a lot of people are like, why do you always say repeat appearance, Sandy? Because it happens all the time. And because it's my life. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm living that. Anyway, so I feel like, ultimately, again, the ball's put in your court, which I like. Like, I feel like we should, like, be able to decide yay or nay, but we want to know why we're just like, if we say nay, why are we saying nay? Is it because we're afraid? We're afraid to take this adventure? Because I feel like this is talking about a new adventure for you. But listen, just stepping into it, you don't have to make a commitment here, even though we do have the commitment card. But maybe I'm a little fearful of it. So, step by step by step. I feel like I feel like what's coming for you, or let's just say the energy that will be available to you. Number one, I feel like is to help you help yourself as it relates to like a platform. Number two, I do feel like it's speaking of love. I don't know how it could not be. And it does feel like a very high energy type of love. Chariot above it means unlimited potential. I feel like if this king, and again, can be male, female, and it doesn't even have to be water. But I feel like if this is someone that you're interested in, then, we want to make sure that you're on the same vibration, same vibrational energy. But I feel like this is covering both areas for you, both love and what you do in the world. One more right in between, the strength card, card of Leo. Number 8, looking right over at the Four of Wands. I feel like you're going to find yourself in a real commitment this year. And it may be more than just in love, but I feel like love will be one of them. And I feel like why? Because I feel like you deserve it. That's why. You deserve it. Okay. I hope that helped. Wow. I can't believe the Lovers has come out every single time. And we've used 4 different decks. All right, let me see if I can find Evan. There you are, Evan. All right, so you're wondering if I'm on my path, or at least heading in that direction. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. I am. I hope you're doing well. I finally overcame COVID. All right. This is for Evan. And I'm going to bring out the Luminous Tarot. So Evan just wants to know, am I on the right path? Is Evan on the right path? And anything else we can know? Just anything else we can know about this path? Again, guys, chat replay will be on. So, sometimes you feel like, oh, she missed my question. But then I may have read it, you know what I mean? So you can check chat replay. All right, so Evan, because I have a feeling Evan probably left the room. 6 of Wands. Well, that's a good omen, Evan. That's the energy of being victorious. It is the energy of other people really looking up to you because of actions that you've taken. The only energy you got to be careful about in the 6 of Wands is that I don't let it get to my head. So I feel like you're definitely on the right path. And I feel like it's leading you to success. And if you're doing anything where, again, like, maybe you're helping to direct others in some way, I feel like, like you have everyone's attention here. We have the Hermit, the spiritual one. I feel like that's you. It's the card of Virgo. But it's interesting how the Hermit's lantern is illuminating this victorious energy. When I think of the Hermit, I think of like, going through the dark night of the soul, but being willing to ask those big questions. And maybe that's what it's saying for you, Evan. Like, like don't be afraid to ask the big questions, especially as it relates to your spirituality. Because you can turn her. I often feel the person in the Hermit ultimately becomes like a teacher, a master teacher. And I don't mean like in school, though it can certainly mean that too. Ace of Swords, beautiful. The Knight of Swords. It's like somebody else is paying attention to what it is you do or what it is you plan on doing. Though I do feel like, 2024, I feel like sees you in the energy of what feels like success. And I feel like this success came from, your life's, what do I want to say? Your life's, the things that you've had to get through. And I feel like, there's a reward, I feel like, just for that alone. So I feel like there's some type of communication that's coming in. It may be something you don't expect. Seems to be coming in quickly. And it could certainly be an offer. Let's take a few more. It does feel like an offer. It's almost like someone paying attention to what you do and then they create an offer for you. We have the 10 of Swords under that 6 of Wands. But I have to tell you, I'm not like, I don't feel the 10 of Swords as like, right now. I feel like this is what you've gone through. This is what the Hermit's talking about. Like the wisdom you've gained from these swords, right? And sometimes this is a repeat pattern. And the actions that you've taken now are being celebrated. And I feel like not only that, but because of that, I definitely feel you're on the right path. I feel like there's this some type of communication that's coming in. And I feel like with that is going to be an offer. We have the Queen of Wands, can be a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Queen of Action, we have the Magician, look at that. The Manifester. We have the 9 of Swords that is connected to the 5 of Swords. So I feel like this 9 of Swords, first of all, it's unnecessary worry. It is worry, but it's unnecessary worry. Now, the one thing I like is it went from the 10 down to the 9 and now down to the 5. Where's the 5? Right there. So to me, it just says that you have taken the time to look at what has been toxic to you in your life, what's held you back, or maybe because I feel like you're meant for something great. And when we think greatness, sometimes people think that means I'm here to help the whole world. No, maybe you're only here to help one, but I still feel this greatness about you. I just feel like you're being rewarded for what you have been through. And I feel like now you're manifesting what feels like, there's something also with your voice. I just want to take one more over all of that. Look at that 2 of Wands. It's like you're starting down this new path, but I feel like you are so ready for it. I feel like what you're doing right now, like keep doing it, because I do feel like, it's kind of like I'm at the top of my game. I don't know if I'm at the top of my game, but I kind of feel like I feel pretty good about it. And then I feel like this Knight of Swords is bringing in a, like, in a way, it's a crossroads. Like, do I accept this? But I feel like because it's the Two of Wands, the answer would be yes. Because that's excitement about what's next. It tells me that you're about to take an adventure, that you're on a course of adventures. I feel like you've been reflecting. You've been in the Hermit's energy for quite a while, and good for you. But now I feel like you're coming out the other end, and I just feel like hang on to your hat because I feel like there is this new adventure or adventures opening up for you. And you have a lot to do with that. I mean, you really have everything to do with that, because I feel like you're ready for this, whatever it may be. It feels big, at least, let's just say big within your life. Okay, I'm going to let that be. All right, so that was Evan. Evan. All right. I haven't even looked at my phone, guys. I'm sorry. When I'm doing a reading, I really don't look at the phone because I want to concentrate just on the reading. All right, just looking at something, then we'll go back. All right, so okay, here we are. Hi, Kathleen from Washington State. That's where my brother's at. He's in Bellingham. I lived there for about 6 months. Loved it. TP, Maria. Maria. You're very welcome, TP. You're very welcome, Maria. Rita. What is coming in for love for Rita? Rita Bozo. I don't know if I'm saying that right. What's coming in love for Rita? Our lovely Rita. I want to bring the Psychic Tarot back out. Let's give it some shuffle sound. So this is for Rita. And what's coming in regarding love for Rita? All right. I just want to repeat real quick that donations do take priority, but that's only because I need to purchase a new phone. I have to keep my phone like plugged in. I don't know if you can see it at all times. And now it's like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So just so you know. All right, so Rita. We start with discontentment and boredom, the 4 cups. We have the 8 of cups. Look at that, from the 4 to the 8. And then we have the Hermit, solitude. I feel like you needed to spend some time going within to really clear that your emotional house. I feel like you're seeking a way, like show me the way to potentially, I'm thinking love. But I feel like, as you're like asking these questions, your guides are saying, first and foremost, you need to find emotional clarity within, letting go what you can't control. I love this image of this person in the 8 of Cups sitting at the water's edge. because I feel like I'm just letting go, like with the tide of the things that, first of all, maybe I cannot control. You do have a hermit on the board. We have obstacles and challenges. Oh, can't pick it up. We have accelerated motion under the Eight of Cups. Interesting, two eights, 88 connected. Someone may have been born in 88. And then look at this, the Five of Cups. Okay, you got the 4, the 5, and the 8 of Cups. Two fives mirroring each other. One is obstacles and challenges, the other one is emotional loss. I feel like now I get it. Now I understand why, first and foremost, I've got to find um, emotional clarity within. Sometimes we feel like we got to look at every cup, like every relationship, and we've got to dissect it and understand it. Not all are meant to even be reflected upon. Some are just free will. Some may have been karmic. You know what I mean? But it is about letting it go. And it's something we have to learn to do naturally. Like the things we can't control, letting them go. You do have the Five of Cups, so it is telling me that there is someone that you probably miss, but it is mirrored by challenges at the same time. But then you have the accelerated motion right in between the two of them. Rest and rejuvenation. So I feel like first of all you got to heal that emotional house. And I feel like many times we think we have, but there's still something. There's something, right? Or there's something that maybe you are a little unwilling to go after, because in the Four of Cups, this person's back is to the world, but it doesn't have to be. I do feel like I don't want to deal with any more challenges. I'm tired of them. I don't want any more challenges. But then healing comes out. It's like, but we can heal that. You can heal that. And that may be through the Hermit's energy, right? Going deep, asking those big questions. Remember that you're a spiritual being having human experiences. That's a sense of power right there. There's nothing you've gone through or going to go through that you haven't already been through before. Another, sense of power. And then we have the Magician on the other side of that, manifesting. Okay, so I feel like what this is really saying for you is there is past energy that's still kind of hanging around. Um, and there is newness that wants to begin, right? So, first, I feel like it's healing of the past and then allowing what wants to come in. Let's look right over that. Look at that, patience and planning. It's almost like if I wanted love, I had to be patient. I like that it's the 7 because to me, I feel like the patience was representing 2023. Coming over these two eights, 2024. So 2023 may have been a time for you to really heal those broken little pieces. We can't heal everything, you know what I mean? And something just like we put too much emphasis on. But I feel like 2023 seems to be the year that you were doing more of this reflection and one more spiritual strength. So knowing how you have grown from where you have been, allowing yourself to grow. And then I feel like the Magician manifesting, right? The ability to manifest. Well, manifest what? Well, it's touching the Five of Cups, so potentially a soulmate energy. But solitude's also up here. So I feel like, but I want the right person at the same time. The waiting game. I don't feel like I should be waiting for anyone. If anything, they should be waiting for me. So I feel like it's just saying, know your own worth. And if you are waiting for someone to come around, I feel like don't wait for them. Keep busy within your life because I feel like there's a lot that you can accomplish. And then I feel like, love will find you. Love will find you. It may be different than you expect, though. But listen, I feel like, if I'm expecting someone of the past, but there was a lot of problems, doesn't mean they can't come back and they've healed, because we do have healing. Potentially they've healed too. Kind of talk about past lives also. But I feel like ultimately it's saying for you, like the more you're able to heal that emotional house, the more, well, first of all, the more open you are to love. And the more open you are, the better chances of receiving. I just want to receive the right love. The magician, I love that because that is awareness. Okay, I'm going to let that be. I was trying to get a little bit more, but I feel like that's really all it wanted to tell us right now. So I'm going to accept that. Feels like the good tarot was pushed out, so we're going to use that next. I hope that helped a little, Rita. Mario, I just ended a third party situation with my soulmate. What's ahead for me? All right, so this is for Mario 2502. I just ended a third party. What's ahead of me? We're going to use a good tarot. And this is for Mario. Or Mario. I think it's Mario. Just ended. Sounds like you ended a relationship. But you ended a third party situation with the soulmate. What lies ahead? Mario. All right. We have temptation. We have the Empress. We have, hello, Ace of Cups. Just when we thought love was over. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, well, temptation being the very first card makes sense because that's exactly what happened. And then it's met by three people, right? There was three people involved in that situation. So I do feel like there was lower energy. Listen, I feel like in a way, and I know it's not always easy to hear because, you must have loved this person, but this Ace of Cups is representing love that is still on your path. Don't think it's with this person, but we'll go further. But then you have the Nine of Pentacles, so independent energy. So I feel like, being independent, Nine of Pentacles really talks about successful self-employment. But I feel like, like maybe situations have like pulled you away, it's like my mind was just so caught up in all this. But I do want to know about this Ace of Cups. So I feel like you now see her as the Empress, male or female, by the way. Because remember, we all carry male and And we all carry feminine and masculine energy. The Empress is about staying loving and nurturing. Yes, I have a feeling you just had your heart broken, but don't close your heart. Right now, look at this, the Fool. So I have a feeling what was is now over. Because the Fool represents putting the past behind me. We have the 10 of Swords. And then we have Judgment. Look at that Judgment right under the Ace of Cups. Well, I like that because Judgment is your spiritual team. It's calling you to the present moment. Why? So that there can be a rebirth in your life. Well, where's the rebirth coming from? Well, what's right above it? The Ace of Cups. So I feel like love is not over in your life. It just may be over in that situation. I do feel like people are coming from lower temptations, lower energy. And I do feel like it affected you. I feel like, yes, it affected your heart, but I also feel like it may have even affected your money. And that may just mean that I didn't put the time, like my mind was elsewhere type of energy. I feel like you're coming back to center and it feels very good. Like I know that what you've been through hurts, but can I just say that I feel like your guide just saying, you'll forget about that. You will forget about that. And I get this feeling that, let's say, I just get this feeling that, I don't know, maybe it wasn't the first time. And I'm only saying that because the Ten of Swords is here, and I feel like something was a repeat pattern. Um, and I feel like you took the brunt of it. And your spiritual team is like, no more, no more, no more. The Hermit. Look at that. Two hermits or two Virgo cards side by side. What I love about this image, though, is there's keys hanging from this door. So it's about unlocking the next door. And when I unlock that next door, what's mirroring it? The Fool. It is a new beginning. It is the rebirth that your spiritual team is talking about. And it is love. It's your wisdom. I feel like you've learned a lot. And use that to your benefit. Use it to your benefit. Why couldn't I have said that? 2 9s, 99. Just want to take one more over that. 8 of Wands, fast moving energy. What you think about, you bring about. So I feel like what this is saying is try to keep your energy, even though I know you've gone through it. I know you're probably in a little bit of pain right now, but I still feel like the more you can keep your energy present and know that, like how you said, the soulmate in a third party type of energy. Well, we have more than one soulmate. And this Ace of Cups feels very, very important. Not just important, but I feel like this is someone who, like, if I was going to explain what I feel the person is like, I would say they are someone, first of all, loyal. I feel like that's important. Second of all, I feel like they can take care of themselves. Like they don't need anyone to come in and take care of them. They can take care of themselves. And I feel like that's a good thing. This rebirth is for both. Whoever it is that you're falling in love with, I feel like goodbye to what was. And again, I know it's easier said than done. But I feel like you can do it. Like you can do it, and don't give up on love. Please don't give up on love. And don't give up on yourself, because there's abundance here for you also. Not just love, but also abundance. So maybe sometimes, even though we're in love with people, they can certainly affect our abundance, our world, what is meant for us. because our energy keeps staying back here. I feel like you just are going to be very surprised at what is going to be new in your life. And I feel like the main thing I can say is try to keep your heart open. Don't be anybody's fool. I'm not saying that. But in the Empress's energy, she or he has learned to trust their own energy to measure whether something is of good for them or not so good, and trust that. But your spiritual team is here, and there is about to be a rebirth. So just when we think, well, that is that, the universe surprises us with something brand new. Okay. I hope that helped Mario. Thank you, Puffer Post Smiles. Oh, just went to commercial. Sorry. Let me, I'm going to click out and then click right back in. Okay. All right. Kitty Strome. Hi, Sandy. Much love from a fellow Pennsylvania gal. Guidance as to where I'm at on my path. Please and thank you. Kitty, where are you from, Kitty? What part of Pennsylvania? I'm close to, I'm on the western side, southwestern. So anyways, much love from a fellow Pennsylvania girl. Guidance as to where I am on my path. Patience, or please and thank you. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to slam down my phone. Let's bring out the Tarot Dreams. We haven't used them yet. So this is for Kitty. Kitty, I feel like this is the first time I've seen you here. So, welcome. All right, Kitty, her current path. Any guidance as to where she's at on her current path, Kitty? Funny, the only other Kitty I knew lived in Johnstown and was married to my ex-husband's brother. Well, Kitty, hello, Ace of Pentacles. The Chariot. The Six of Wands. Wow. You have a lot of energy right from the get-go of abundance. This Ace of Pentacles is, let's look at it as a seed. This seed comes into your life. And it's going to come into your life. And its purpose is to expand your world in some way. You really get to choose, but it is really meant to be used in your physical or material type world. So you take that Ace of Pentacles, you take that seed, and you nurture that seed. And you believe in that seed. And then the Chariot becomes unlimited potential for that seed. That seed, again, it could have started as like a little mustard seed, but you paying attention to it and nurturing it took it, or will take it, to the place of victory. So this could even be you creating your own platform. And if that is the case, I feel like the universe is 100% behind you. Like, I feel like you're on the right path. Let's follow that a little bit. You're definitely on the right path, Kitty. Look at this, the 10 of Cups, the House of Harmony. And you know what's interesting is the Ace of Pentacles opened the reading and with this line, and then the 10 of Cups is mirroring the Ace of Pentacles. So really two different types of energy. This is great energy if you're working from home. Well, hello, lovers, again. All right, we have the 10 of Wands. All right, there's just too many here. I'm not going to take all of them. So we have the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands talks about like a period of time that was like a lot of responsibility, backbreaking. I really want this energy to end, with the 10 of Wands. It's just too much, too much. So this Ace of Pentacles is like, okay, you got it. We're going to help you to end that. And then look what shows up, the Lovers. Card of Gemini, head over heart decision, but it's coming under the Chariot. Second time it's come next to the Chariot, which is really unlimited potential. The meaning is a head over heart question, a head over heart decision, but nowhere do I see that you're making a decision. It's more, it's more that I feel like you're just open to it. I feel like if you're dealing with anything difficult right now, I do feel like the universe is helping you to make changes, showing you the way, giving you the way. Well, hello, Knight of Pentacles. So, one of my favorite cards. This knight is a slow-moving knight. This knight is bringing you in a pentacle. Well, here is that pentacle, the very first card. Often feel this is our guardian angel, so we can really trust this knight. This is a slow moving knight, but it moves, it arrives at the right time, just when I need it. Not before, not after, just when I need it. And then we have the 5 of Wands. Interesting. So you have the 5 of Wands mirroring the 10 of Wands. I have a feeling that there was a period in your life where you dealt with a lot of drama. And I feel like that's got to go, right? Like, I don't want that in my life anymore. So I feel like you made changes there. And, this just feels so abundant and harmonic. Is that a word? I mean, not only do you have the Ace of Pentacles coming in, which really, it is unlimited potential. And listen, maybe it's the 10 of Cups, what I really want. But I feel like also what a great omen if you're working from home. Now, you don't have to be working from home. Maybe you receive a lot of epiphanies from home. Ultimately, I feel like you're on the right path. I feel like this year finds you in love and having a special position where, how do I say this? I feel like you're being fed spiritually. And what you do with that will be up to you. It's not, there's no like, shame on her, she's not listening. It's not like that. But I do feel like you're being fed spiritually, and I feel like it's to help you. I feel like you're being recognized for the things that you've gone through, but also how you've overcome them. So bottom line, I feel like I don't remember what your question was Except I feel like this is just saying that you have abundance coming towards you. Again, that seed is going to be up to you what you do with it. But I feel like, again, it's got unlimited potential, and then love. But this love doesn't feel like any old love because it's coming from the Knight of Pentacles. So again, divine energy within my love, but also within my platform. I feel like stay on the path you're on and know that you're being spiritually fed and follow that as much as you can. If you don't, like, if you feel like, well, I don't know if I hear my signs, ask for them to send, ask your spirit guides, like, I'm not sure if that was a sign. Can you send it again? They'll find a way. Okay. Hi, everyone. I know there's a lot of people I missed. I just wanted to see if Kitty answered. GR. How does Cappy feel about his living situation? I'm looking right about GR with Kimberly Bolds. I know you did a reading for Kimberly, but I don't know if it was for me. Dang it. I'm not sure, Kimberly. I'm not sure. All right. I think I'm going to stay with Troy Dreams. GR. How does Cappy feel about his current living situation? Have patience, everyone. That's all I ask. I'm just human. Well, I'm a spiritual being on this human platform. We have the Palace of Wands for GR. Oh, by the way, those who are members, I canceled my membership program with YouTube just because they made some promises that they did not stand behind. And I got mad yesterday. Like, I am always fighting with YouTube. So I just canceled the whole damn program because they get 30% of the memberships, and I just did not like what they did. It put a very bad taste in my mouth. So we'll figure something out. I'm going to restart them, but because I'm just going live for everyone, I think it's a good thing for those who are paying to go live. You don't have to do that anymore. So I think I'm just going to do one membership, and that'll just be a thank you, Sandy, for a low amount of money, and the rest we're just going to start going live for everyone. So I don't want you to have to keep paying that money. Plus, I don't like YouTube taking part of it. Anyway, back to GR. Palace of Wands, the Hangman, the World, the Ace of Cups. Interesting. Now, GR, I know this is not what you want to hear, but if I was just reading for someone I didn't know, then I would say this person right now could potentially be in love. However, the Hangman is hanging everything up. So I kind of want to know a little more. Plus, the World speaks of the next chapter. We have the Seven of Wands. Could be some fighting going on in that home. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Five of Wands. Look at that under the Ace of Cups. And then the Queen of Pentacles. All right, well, Five of Wands mirroring the Seven of Wands. Okay, so we're looking about his current situation. So, I'm not going to say that there's no love there. I don't know if it's like still at a romantic stage, that type of thing, because I feel like there's a lot of battling type energy. There's a lot of ego that's living within that home. There may be someone who's doing a lot of drinking, and I don't know, that's not going to work. It just feels like that's not going to work. But then you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is about bringing in this seed. It's coming under the world. So, JR, I don't want to ever get your hopes up, but this may be like, there may be something going on where, like, it's like, I don't know. Like, if I just read the top line, I would say, oh, potentially there's a lot of love in that home. But the Hangman and the world has me like, okay, wait a minute, there's more to the story. So then you look at the Seven and the Five of Wands. Well, those are both ego type energies. And the Three of Cups to me is feeling like someone is potentially, you know, and I hate to say drinking, like always use that as drinking, but maybe, handling life in a different way. So there is a potential that this may end, and who knows, this Ace of Cups may be you. But here's the thing, I feel like right now, I feel like there's a lot going on. And I want to say I feel like it would serve you to just let things play out, because I feel like that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to play out. And then I have a feeling someone is going to make a decision to potentially end this situation, because, again, there's so much ego. Six of Pentacles, give and take. So one's a taker, one's a giver. And someone's just not happy with, it's interesting because we do have the Ace of Cups. So I feel like at one time there must have been love. And there may still be underlying love, but I feel like there's so much of life that's gotten in between, like fighting and ego and one giving and one drinking and one, you know what I mean? It's like, man, we're like on two different pages. So I feel like in his home right now, it's not a happy place to be. Now, maybe it's happy for him if he's the one who's having it his way. But if it's the other, somebody is unhappy, maybe both. And I feel like this is you kind of looking in. This Queen of Pentacles, this is you looking in. The Chariot. Because you want it to come together. You want the two of you to come together. And that could be a very possibility. You know what I mean? But like right now, I feel like I don't even want you involved with like some of the things that they have to get through. Or end it. Okay. I'm going to let that be. I don't know, GR. I feel like we got more out of this one than we have in a while. All right. I'm always afraid to move my phone too much, like it's just going to shut off on me. By the way, guys, I want to remind you, and I know some of you don't believe me until you've come to a few of these. Um, there could you certainly may be getting your own answered, your own question answered through another's. Our spirit guides know we're here, and let's say like for some reason I don't get to your answer or your question, then but you're listening and you're like, oh man, that sounds like it's just for me, then it probably is. So be comfortable with that. All right, I'm just clicking out one more time, going back in. And I do this because it's not it doesn't show me everything. Like, took me to an ad. Oh. Just noticing someone's question keeps getting hidden for some reason. Tarot Destroyer, I have a feeling I'm going to show one of them just to see what you're saying. All right. So this Tarot Destroyer, I don't know. I'm just going to let that be. All right. Crow's Nest, 1408. Who is coming in love for me in the near future? Okay, so we're going to do Crow's Nest. And then Kimberly, I think you wanted me to go and make sure. All right, so I'll look to see if I got yours next, Kimberly. Kimberly Bolds, Bowlds. Right now, we're going to do Crow's Nest 1480. Who's Jessica? Hi, Jessica. Who is coming in love for me in the near future? Love, love, love. You know what? Let's bring in the Cosmic Tarot. This used to be one of my favorite decks. And then, as you get new decks, you tend to like, you want to use them, and your older decks get pushed to the back. So, but it was one of my favorites. So I'm going to use it for you, Crow's Nest. Jessica, I'm sorry. Let's just call you Jessica. Again, chat replay will be on, guys. So, I know you all can't be here as long as I'm going to be here. So definitely check that out because you may have your question answered, you just don't know it yet. All right, we have the Four of Pentacles. So Jessica. Love, love, love. Talking about love. The Chariot. Card of Cancer. The Nine of Swords. You got to stop worrying. You're putting too much worry over it. I feel like this is saying right off the bat, like allowing something to happen naturally. Because I feel like it will. But the more worry, what we need to think about is worry are our thoughts. Our thoughts are energy. And as we put those thoughts and energy out into the universe, well, the universe is going to match that. I need to light a cigarette real quick. Sorry, guys. The universe is going to match that. And it's like they're not like deciphering, like, does Jessica really mean to put out this energy? It's like the law of attraction. I must, what's the word I'm looking for? Vibrate back to what was called Six of Pentacles. Okay, but we're looking at love, love, love. So, first thing I'm going to say, Jessica, is let go of the worry and instead trust. You have the Chariot right next to that. We have the Queen of Cups. Doesn't even matter your sign. I feel like this is about, when I think of the Queen of Cups, I think of someone who enjoys love, who enjoys being in a relationship, is usually very good in a relationship. Oh, the sun. Look at that, the sun right under the Chariot. Complete illumination. Holy cow, this really feels like you're going to be guided. Okay, we've got to get rid of that Nine of Swords because everything else is of a very positive nature. Everything else is of the light. The Nine of Swords belongs in the dark. I mean, we all get it. We've all done it. And many of us still do it. But again, it's unnecessary worry. And what does divine always ask of us? To hand over what we cannot control to divine and control what we can. All right. Anyway, not that, we all know why the Nine of Swords is there, right? We've all been there. Justice. Queen of Wands. Queen of Action. 10 of Wands. And the Four of Swords. Okay. It doesn't surprise me the 10 of Wands is here with the 9 of Swords here. That doesn't surprise me. This is the 5 of Swords. It's showing you that there was a period in your life where, there's someone that you probably loved that was somewhat toxic to you. And when I say toxic, I don't always mean like they're bad people. I just mean your energy and their energy are not meshing. They're just not meshing at that time. 5 of Swords, it does turn into toxic type energy, but the sun is illuminating that. And the Chariot is about moving away from that, right? Like, not the energy I want to stay in. Fives always ask for a change. And I feel like as long as you make that change, I feel like the Chariot then is ready to fly. 10 of Wands over here, I feel like you're more of a giver than a taker. And that's a beautiful thing. But at the same time, I feel like you need to find that fine balance between both. Like understanding that when you're in a relationship, that you need, receiving is part of that. And yeah, sometimes we do need to give a little bit more to help someone through. But then when their turn arises, they need to do the same. If that's not what's happening, then we need to know that. I just want to take 2 more. Two Swords. 6 of Cups. And then the Ace of Swords. So potentially you could be hearing from someone from your past. Again, it could be a previous life. That's just how I read. I know not everybody likes it, but here's what I want to say, though. Let's say this is someone of your past is coming back towards you. What I would tell you is to make sure that both your energies are completely open to experimenting, let's just say, to see where this can go. I feel like if there's any resistance, that's your signal out. And it's interesting because I feel like here you are, you have to like learn how to overcome, all this heavy energy, and then potentially someone reaches out. And it does feel like someone from your past, but the ball will be put in your court. But there is worry around it. I just want to do one more. The magician, the manifester, powerful. Using that energy instead of your fear-based mind, right? Manifesting the type of life that you'd like to see for yourself. And lo and behold, I have a feeling then you will see it. But these fear-based energies, I would say I want to look at them and I want to try to, it's definitely due to other people, but it's things that you've taken on yourself. Like, other people could be like saying that you're no good, you're not worthy, you'll never find love, and all that is just bullshit. And you've got to know that. And then allow yourself to really manifest the best life possible. I feel like once you let go of the fear based type energy, then I feel like love is going to find you. And I feel like you are going to feel much more comfortable in it. You know what I mean? Like you are able then to like just be. Okay. I hope that helped. Okay. All right, so I real quick want to go back and look at Kimberly. I don't know who Tarot Destroyer is. I have my comments on pretty strict, but it's like over and over and over again. All right, so Kim. Let's see if I can go back and find your question. Oh, good, Evan. That's good to hear. Hi, Dawn. I'm just kind of going backwards. I'm looking for Kimberly's question. Kimberly, I cannot find it. Would you mind asking it again? Kimberly. Hi, Diane. Hi, Dana. Hi, Safina. Oh, thank you. So funny. I can never say the name. Natiz. I know you told me how to say it. Nas from um I don't know. I can't even think of like where you're from. All right, so Kimberly, I'm just looking. Esmeralda, I didn't see a donation. Just so you know, I'm not telling you you have to donate. I'm just saying I didn't see it. Um, so I'm waiting for Kimberly. Crow's Nest, yeah. I had a feeling you were. Um, all right, so I'm waiting for Kimberly, but in the meantime, while I wait, so weird how like I feel like some of the messages have left. Hmm. Okay, maybe Kimberly left. Um, in 2024. All right. So while I'm waiting for Kimberly, Baraah. I'm going to go ahead and do your reading. Can I get a reading about traveling to study this year? You certainly can. Um, I think I'm going to use the Troy of Dreams. I like it for that type of information. So this is for Bara, who may not still be here, but again, chat replay will be on. All right, so you're traveling to study this year. What can we know? Bara, is there anything we need to know? Anything we need to watch out for? What Bara can look forward to? Just leave it open. Whoa. All right, so we begin with the Ace of Swords, Bara. I like that. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Makes me feel like you're doing exactly what you're meant to do. And what I mean by that is I feel like, sorry, I have to readjust myself. What I mean by that is I feel like the path that you're on. I feel like you are living your soul's desire. The Empress, beautiful. The creative one. I have a feeling you're going to learn a lot. We have the Seven of Swords, interesting. Untrustworthy energy. Why? We have, well, I like the Empress and the Emperor together. We have the Queen of Swords. And then we have the Knight of Swords. It's interesting because this Emperor is probably like the professor, or the Empress. It feels more like the Emperor because I feel like it's the Emperor's voice that I'm listening to. I feel like first and foremost, you're on the right path. I do feel like traveling is going to be good for you, and I feel like you're going to learn a lot. I just want to look under that Seven of Swords. We have the Palace of Swords. It's interesting because the Palace, or the Seven of Swords, he's looking this direction. He's looking the opposite of everybody else. So I feel like I kind of feel like you're leaving energy that for whatever reason I feel like you couldn't trust. Like I couldn't trust their words. It's almost like I'm learning psychology. And I'm learning psychology because I've had to use it. Maybe not professionally, but I still had to use it for something. I feel like traveling is not only going to be very good for you, but I feel like you're meeting, like, it feels like people, a group of people that maybe you will be friends with for the rest of your lives. And I feel like I almost feel like you're the teacher's pet. Now, I don't mean that literally, but I feel like you feel like the smartest one there, other than the professor, so to speak, or the teacher. But I feel like ultimately what you're learning is what you will be doing. Just take one more. Two of Wands. Well, exactly what I just said. So I feel like, what you're learning is what you will be doing. And I feel like you're going to be very bountiful in it. Like it's going to be very bountiful. Why? Because it does feel like one of your soul's intentions. Like this is something that my soul wanted to do or experience in this lifetime. So I feel like when we're living like a soul's intention, things just seem, um, well, I shouldn't say much easier, because if there's life lessons, there's life lessons. But this looks very good for you, not only traveling, but also why you're traveling. And ultimately, I feel like, again, it's even taking you further, like saying that ultimately you will be the one, like you will be the leader, you will be the creative one, maybe even speaking. So it all looks really, really good. I feel like who's ever in that Seven of Swords is old energy. And I feel like if anybody tries to talk you out of doing what you want to do, follow your own desires. Like above all, follow your own desires. Because there may be like one person maybe trying to talk you out of it. But if it's really what you feel in your heart, then that's what you should do. Because I do feel like you're on the right path. And not just that. It feels like ultimately it becomes a very abundant path for you. And I mean that, yes, in money, but I also mean that in other ways, like, maybe working with like soulmates, like just the right people at the right time. Okay, I hope that helped. I'm going to jump down and see if Kimberly left a message yet. No, she must have left. Bharat, so I'm looking at your second question. Hey, will I get to travel to study abroad this year? I feel like the answer is yes. So listen to your other one if you're still here. But again, you can listen to it on chat replay. All right, somebody's just taking up so much room. With question after question. Well, I mean, I don't even know what they're asking. All right, let me go back. Lulu, I think you're asking me, will Carlos look for you? So this is for Lulu. Will Carlos look for you? Let's use the crystal vision. Give him a cut. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Wands. Interesting. We have the Wheel. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. First of all, I feel like if you want Carlos to look for you, then I feel like then that will happen. If you don't want him to look for you, because I don't know why I'm getting this feeling like almost like, am I 100% sure this is what I want? Six of Swords underneath that Ace. The Wheel, movement. 2 6s back to back, 626. So here's what I think. First of all, I feel like what you do in the world, it's important. You know, how you make your money, your platform, all that, like that's important. You being independent, that's important. All that is important to you and to your soul. Now, as far as Carlos looking for you, I feel like if this is something that you're looking for it to happen, well, the Two of Wands to the Ace of Wands is a very good omen of that. The only thing I worry about, well, I want to look at that. All right, there's the Ace of Cups. So I feel like yes. I feel like the answer is yes. It's interesting because I feel like someone has to find balance within themselves. Someone has to understand like the toxic parts of themselves. And I feel like once that happens, then I feel like as it relates to love, everything starts moving in your life. Again, I do feel like, don't forget about your own life, though, your own independence and what it is you do in the world. But then I do feel like, whether this is Carlos or not, love is going to find you. Let's just put it that way. Love is going to find you. So if Carlos is good for you, then I feel like the answer is yes. If Carlos is not good for you, then and only I feel like you can answer that. Then I feel like it's just saying that there's still love coming in. And I mean, you have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups with the Wheel. It's pretty beautiful energy. Okay. I feel like that was a yes, but I feel like a yes with its own little questions. Okay. Thank you, Evan. Oh, Evan, I'm sorry about your loss. Laura. Oh, wait, I just real quick. All right, I was just checking to see if Kimberly. Nope. All right, Laura's like, wait a minute, don't leave me. Laura, where did you go? Okay. Laura. Hernandez. Will my business have a lot of gains this year? Will your business have a lot of gains this year? This is for Laura. And I'm going to bring out this deck, Laura. I don't even know the name of it. The reason why I don't use it very often is because it has words on it. But then sometimes when I do use it, I always say, like, why don't I use this more? So I'm going to use this for you. And again, I'm sorry, I don't know the name. And we're really just looking at your business. And will you have gains this year? Will it be successful? What can you look forward to? All of that for Laura and her business. Let's see what this says. The end of a situation that brings relief, sadness, or both. The opportunity for new happiness. A weight off of your shoulders. The end of an addiction. A melodramatic reaction. Okay. So things are changing. Intelligent, impartial, respected, stoic, receiving wise advice, remain objective and fair minded, public speaking, communicate clearly, unemotional relationships, or being emotionally unavailable. The good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of abundance. Oh, I like that. Borrowing wisely or paying off a debt, sharing your wealth with others less fortunate. Look at that. The good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of abundance. It seems like every single one of these cards is talking about abundance. And then we have a loss of peace of mind or personal freedom. Take caution and be aware of others' actions. A material loss. Make sure you are being honest with yourself. This is the Seven of Swords. And it always feels like there's something that wants to come in between us and our abundance. But I feel like simply what this is saying to you, I feel like there is abundance coming. Not only does it feel like, yes, your business is going to be very abundant this year, I feel like the Seven of Swords is just saying, because of that, just know who you're giving to. You know what I mean? Like if like I'm making a lot of money all of a sudden, and you want to help others, help those who will use it to as a helping, to lift themselves up. We have balance, and then we have the Star. So this is about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes coming true. Have faith that the future is bright. Dreams come true. Positive changes that bring an end to challenging times. It is the light at the end of the tunnel. So, balance, first and foremost, and we have to learn to live a balanced life. The more balanced we are, the more balanced our life feels. Everything looks very abundant for you. The only energy we had that could be a little bit of like you need to be aware of is just knowing who you give to, who you give your time to, who you give your money to, and does it benefit them or are they taking advantage of that? And if that's the case, I feel like that's the end of that. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I don't need to be told twice. But I feel like, man, it feels like you're going to be very abundant this year. And by the way, Universal Year 8 to me, I feel like this is a year that if you really want to bring something to the forefront, this is the year to do it. Not that there aren't other good years as it relates to your money or your career and that, but 8 really is one of the best times. Okay, I hope that helped. Um, so, Laura, I think you asked your question twice, or maybe you didn't, but yeah, I feel like it's absolutely your business will have a lot of gains this year. Of course, it's because of you. You know, it's not magic, it's because of you. Okay, I was just trying to give Kim one more opportunity to put a question out there. Though, Kim, it may be your question I did already answer. For some reason, it's gone. Okay, so I think I'm going to stay on probably for about another half an hour. And I really am trying to get as many as I can. Thank you, Dana. I appreciate that. Whoever Tarot Destroyer is, like, I can't read any of your messages, so I don't know if you're just spam. But I can't read them. It's like they're being held, which tells me that I don't know. I don't know what it tells me. Bara, I did your question, and it is yes. Though I'd listen to the whole thing if you haven't heard it. All right, Juanita. Do your spirit guides have any messages for you? Juanita. Let's bring out the, see if I can say it right. The Cozy Witch Tarot. This is for Juanita. Anything your spirit guides want you to know today for Juanita. You have the Three of Wands, the Chariot, the King of Swords. So let's read what it says. The Three of Wands. Put yourself out there and you'll be rewarded one way or another. And then sits next to it the Chariot. Really, the Three of Wands to me is about your view, like how you're viewing your world. Three of Wands to me is living in the present moment and just knowing that my ships will come in, right? If I keep myself in an optimistic, as much as I can, I mean, life is life, but if I keep myself in an optimistic energy, I manifest more reasons to be optimistic. And the Chariot's coming in, you never get anywhere standing still. So this is unlimited potential. It's interesting that the King of Swords is coming out because I have a feeling it's talking to you and about, things within you, like almost like I see you seeing as a typewriter, like typing your life. Hmm. We have the Six of Cups. Here it says, give yourself the compassion you were never given. Give yourself the compassion you were never given. Six of Swords. I feel like the Six of Swords is talking about last year. I feel like you've come to a place where like you're really understanding like toxic energy, period, whether it's coming from people, situations, or even planetary, just what feels toxic. And I'm learning how to see the light even in the dark. And I feel like there is a special reward for that. Well, not the tower. I feel like you made some changes in your life. And, sometimes it's not because I absolutely wanted to, maybe I needed to, but I feel like, honestly, Juanita, I feel like, the changes that have been made, that you made or were just made in your life, I feel like what it did was, and I'm not sure when this happened, but I feel like it put you on a different path. Temperance, divine timing. Trust in divine timing. But let's read what it says. Let go of self imposed limitations, especially with the Chariot here. It's almost like you have a little bit of writer's block. It's like my thoughts are being blocked. But I feel like anytime I think back, maybe I'm not meant to think back. Let's take one more. The Four of Wands. Interesting. The marriage card. Mirrored over here by the Six of Swords makes me feel like you left that. But then the Chariot. So this feels like an old world. And this feels like today's world. I love that you have temperance here because it's all about divine timing. I feel like wherever you've had blocks, I'm picking it up like a writer's block, but wherever you've had blocks, I feel like it's going to change. Like it's going to, like things start opening up to you again, and I do feel like any previous towers, like you're not allowing them to have power over your present. Like you're just not allowing them to have power, or you should not allow them to have power over your present. Um, I don't know if you're looking for love, but I feel like that also lies on your path. And I love temperance being right next to it. And it could be someone you already know. So this adventure that's opening up, I feel like it's opening up a couple different areas in your life. I do feel like your life is going to feel more like an adventure, probably more than it ever has. And I'm reading that as a very good thing. Like you're excited again, and it does feel like after a period of time. So I feel like whatever you're doing, especially if you're writing, you're thinking of writing, I don't know, but I feel like don't give up on that. I feel like wherever you've had a block, the ticket is don't give up on it. Let go of what you can. I just want to look one more on that. The Ten of Cups. almost like working from home and loving it. But because it's also next to the Six of Cups with the Four of Wands here, again, it can talk about love. You know, though I do feel this block, and I feel like once that block is lifted, I feel like everything starts flowing again for you. And it does feel like in all areas of your life, my dear, like you are going on some adventures. And I'm hoping that you're just going to be like, come on, adventure. Come on. Now, it doesn't have to be a big grand adventure. Like anything, it just feels kind of new and shiny and exciting. I feel like it's for you. I feel like you're moving into such great energy after a period of not such great energy. So I guess you definitely want to be proud of that. Like we need to learn to be proud of ourselves for the things that we've overcome. I hope that helped, Juanita. It's funny. I keep lighting the same cigarette. Over and over again. Esmeralda. I didn't see a donation. I'm assuming you sent it through PayPal, but that's okay. So anything significant coming towards me in the next few months. This is for Esmeralda. Bringing out the Psychic Tarot. Oh, I just want to add. Every time my phone goes to an ad, which they don't allow you like to turn it off now. I have to refresh your comments. But this is for Esmeralda. What's coming in the next 3 months? Anything significant that she can look forward to? Partnerships and alliances. That can speak about many different things. Great energy of collaborating. I don't know if that's like in the cards for you, but it is great energy of collaborating. You know, like if there's something I want to do, the perfect partner just kind of shows. It's also about you, though, and your creativity and your uniqueness. We have the Chariot. We keep seeing that over and over again. And then we have the Tower. Tower means disruption. But why? 7 of Cups. Interesting. 2 sevens. 77. All right. Anything else want to come out? So it has you in the 7 of Cups. Look at that. The Ace of Pentacles. So something's coming into your world. It's coming through the Ace of Pentacles. To me, I love. It means something's coming into your physical world. It is meant to enhance your world. But you do have to make the choice whether you're going to accept it or not. I feel like the only threat to this ace is the Tower. Now, this Tower is past energy, but it may still have a little bit of effect. Like it may still, there's remnants of it, you know, in your, let's say, heart, in your mind. So I feel like that's what the tower is representing. It's the only thing that could come between you and this ace. This ace is really meant for unlimited potential. And I feel like it's also saying, what you do uniquely is very good. Like you're very good at what you do. Deception and envy. Interesting. It's like other people envying you. Why? Okay, well. Okay, so we have the two of what's this, the waiting game. And then we have power. So, do you have anything good coming in for you? The answer is yes. You have the Ace of Pentacles coming in. And that Ace of Pentacles is also connected to the Chariot. So, unlimited potential. And it's all about you and your uniqueness and what it is that you do in the world. Again, when I say the world, we don't always have to think like helping the whole world. That can feel overwhelming. But I do feel like there is something that you're doing that is, it does feel of importance. But I do feel like the only thing that may come in between that would be you. And I'm only saying that because, listen, I feel like there's an energy of saying if you're waiting for another to create what it is you want in the world, you don't need another. It's like, it's like you can do this. Not only can you do this, but I feel like, these towers that once were, and there is a little bit of a inkling of it continuing if I don't look at it. And I feel like the only reason I really want to look at it because it is where it comes from my fear-based mind. So it does feel like it's the only thing that it could come in and really disrupt your intuition. Trust your intuition. I mean, I love seeing that right now, your intuition. So I feel like what it's saying is, is there anything coming in towards you? Yes. And it can be very bountiful, by the way. And there really is no limit on it. So don't put a limit upon it. And it is due to you and your creativity and, all that. Now, as it relates to making decisions, I feel like this is saying you really have got to learn to trust your own intuition. Not that you don't trust it, but I mean, trust it even more because, let's say that you become more and more bountiful and someone else wants to put their hands out and grab it. You need to know that, right? You need to feel that. You need to trust. If you trust that energy is not right for you, then trust that to be so. And I'm only saying that because I just feel like there's one energy that would like put their hands out like, well, can I have some? But it's why? You're like, why? This is your hard work. So, okay. I'm gonna leave that be. I can't believe how fast the time flies. All right, Rebecca Lynn. And then I think this may be the last one, guys. Rebecca Lynn. Though I think I'm going to go live tomorrow too, by the way. I figured why not? It's the end of the month. 444, by the way. 444. Wonder what that means. Anyways, Rebecca Lynn, I would love to know what's going on with this twin flame connection. I'm an Aquarius. He's a Taurus. All right. I feel like, well, let's stay with the Psychic Tarot for that. I like the Psychic Tarot for twin flame connections. but I want to give it a couple good shuffles. So yeah, I don't know who's still here, but I think I am going to go live again tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Wednesday? Who knows? All right, Rebecca. Rebecca Lynn. It's like your cards really want to be shuffled, Rebecca. And I'm always patient with that. We have the 9 of Pentacles. And then we have the 6 of Wands. So the 9 of Pentacles, material harvest. 6 of Wands, victory and success. Stand your ground. Heartache and loss. Sacrifice. Emotional withdrawal. I can see why you are wisdom. It's a card of Taurus. And I'm pulling one more out. Deception and envy. Deception and envy coming under the 3 of Swords. Heartache. Wow, Rebecca Lynn. This is what I feel. You know, I feel like we all want love. You know, I read for people all around the world, and we all really do want the same thing. We want love, but we want real love. We want, we want to live a good life. And the reason why I'm saying that, Rebecca, is because the 9 of Pentacles is first. And to me, that represents you and your independence. Now, independence doesn't mean that I'm not in a relationship. I can be in a relationship, but in this energy, this is where, listen, I know I can take care of me above all. And there's a sense of power within that, and also I feel like, you're on a twin flame journey, right? And sometimes on a twin flame journey, I know I'm on one, we can put ourselves in the background when really we should have ourselves in the forefront. Because, I feel like right now, we have, you're an Aquarius, he's a Taurus. Okay, well, we have Taurus right there. But I feel like there's a lot that's happened. I want to go over this because right now it just makes me feel like it's showing me your ability to really create this world for yourself of abundance. But then it's showing me like your world of love. And to me, that's where the pain is. That's where the hurt is. It's like within love. shadow. Well, you know, it's like someone's reflecting here, and that's really what twin flames do. They reflect. They reflect upon each other. They're each other's mirror. And it's not an easy journey because sometimes it's reflecting the worst part of us. You know what I mean? But we see it through them. And sometimes it reflects the best part. And I'm saying that because I feel like someone is looking at their shadow side. And maybe that's exactly what needs to happen here. Like someone, and I feel like chances are it's probably him who really does need to like come to balance within the that dark side. I'm not going to say masculine or feminine because I don't feel like it's one or the other there, but I do feel like it's between the light and the dark. And I feel like, I've got to battle the light and the dark. And I got to know that both exist. And I've got to learn to find the balance between the two of them. So I have a feeling your person right now is in that energy, like of, it's almost like there's not much you can do until they choose to look at their dark side, let's just say. Let's just follow that up. And then positive movement forward. Well, so a couple different things. First, and I feel like this has been a theme through a lot of the readings, like not forgetting ourselves first. And I don't mean in an egotistical way, but in a way like you should put yourself first, right? So I feel like first it's you finding this true independence within yourself. It's where I don't have to depend on anyone. And that way I can be much more free flowing. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. I feel like this has been quite a journey. And it feels a little off and on again. However, the way I'm seeing it, but I want you to use your own intuition. The way I'm seeing it, though, until Taurus looks at Taurus's dark and comes to a balance, I feel like it's kind of a, listen, that's something that's got to be done on their end. So I feel like while they're doing that, you're over here creating this abundance for yourself. And sometimes that's just the way it was meant to be. But it feels like once that happens, then we have positive movement forward. Now, will he do that? That's up to him. That's free will. And nobody can really make a determination on someone else's free will. 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have progression. You have progression, but truth be told, I feel like there's nothing more I can do other than, he's either going to do this or he's not going to do this. Okay, I'm going to let that be. I wish I could give you like more of a positive answer, but I feel like that's just a truth. That's just a truth. And it doesn't mean it can't be and it won't be. It just means like, sometimes like, and listen, Sam and I went through that, like we had horrible fights, breakups, all that. No cheating, but that type of thing. But we kept getting pulled. And this is after 40 years. Like we were together as 15 and 16-year-olds, and then we went our own separate ways. And then 40 years later, he reached out and called me. Well, now I happen to live in his house. But during those phone calls, which was 5 years, and that was mainly me, I was fearful of taking that. Like, do I really want to make this commitment? Like, move? Do I want to leave? But ultimately, I did. So all I'm saying is nothing is impossible, but sometimes there are hardships. And sometimes we can't help others with those hardships. They have to figure it out on their own. But then when they do, I feel like there are rewards. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to let that be. I think I got a nice mix of questions today. But again, I'm going to try to go on live tomorrow. Maybe I'll try to do it a little bit later. We'll see. But I am going to try to go on live tomorrow. So the only thing that will stop me would be my phone, as long as it goes. It took me like hours just to get my phone to turn on. Like, ugh. But that's my fault. I bought a cheap phone. Okay, I'm going to let that be. Don't forget about chat replay. Thank you for the donation, guys. Truly appreciate it. It is like it's going to a fund to help. Like I don't use donations for nothing. I was helping my daughter with the last ones, and this one I'm going to put towards a new phone. Again, I'm not looking for like, I think this one was like 199. So, just to let you know. So I thank you guys. I love you guys. I love doing these lives, and I hope if I didn't get your question today, then I hope that you can join me tomorrow. I try my best. I really, really do. And chat replay will be on. So please take advantage of it, because a lot of your questions are answered. You just may not know it. Kimberly, man, I feel bad for you, because I really wanted to answer your question, but I may have, so I'm not sure. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, depending where you're at. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow here at our table. Bye-bye. Oh, by the way, your monthlies for February are all done. And I put them under the community link. But you can go to my about page and see like all new videos, playlists. It'll be under playlist, and it's for February. So all your readings are done. Okay. I love you guys. I'll see. I just saw. Hang on one second. See, it just wasn't showing me all the comments. Yeah, I'm only getting like, what is going on? Okay, there you are, Kimberly. I am going to answer your question, Kimberly, because I did promise you to. I would. So you want to know about your potential love life? All right, Kimberly Bolds. I probably didn't say that right, but Kimberly. So I was gonna just get ready to end it. But I've been looking for your comment, Kimberly, so I definitely want to answer your question. We have victory and success. Hello, star. Your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, right next to victory. We have the Eight of Swords, self-created prison, Kimberly. And then the Two of Swords. Okay. First of all, I feel like you have a little bit of block as it relates to love. Um, a self-created prison just means I don't want to get hurt, right? I don't want to get hurt again. I don't want anybody to come towards me who is going to treat me wrong, but that's not the way to deal with it. The way you really need to be present. Um, you know what I mean? Like in the Eight of Swords, I feel like, listen, you have the star right here, so this does feel like a dream, and we're only asking about love right now, so it feels like a dream that has the potential of coming true. But then it's met by these swords. These are beautiful cards. Over here is where it's more of my mind. So let's just go a little further here. Whoa. We have partnerships and alliances. And then we have the waiting game. It's like I feel like that's what you've been doing. Um, so it's interesting because I feel like on this side, it's saying that there is a potential of, if it is love that you're looking for, because, the hope card to me is about whatever it is you're dreaming for. Right now, we're asking about love. So I feel like that's what it's answering. So the ability to manifest that, right? Um, and then victory, success right next to it. So I know that it can happen. And I feel like partnerships and alliances is speaking to the type of person. So this is someone who would be very much like you. Now, I'm not saying exactly like you, but I mean, this would be someone where I feel like your morals, that kind of um, energy is very much alike. You may do two totally different things in the world, but our morals, our belief systems are very similar. So I do feel like that is coming in. I do feel like you had to wait. You know what I mean? But listen, there was probably a reason. Well, I already know what the reason is. It's Eight of Swords with the Two of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords did come down to the Two of Swords. So, Two of Swords is where I may be blocking an opportunity, but you gotta, like, only you can figure this part out with the Eight of Swords, self-created prison. Why did I create that prison? And and only you can uncreate it. How can I uncreate it? Let's go right underneath it. The Fool. By allowing yourself to live in the present and not the past. By allowing yourself to take a chance, take a leap of faith, and don't let fear. And you may be saying, but Sandy, I don't really have that. I don't really feel that, but that may be what arises. So as love comes toward you, that may be what arises is this fear. Because sometimes, I mean, I feel like that happens to a lot of us. It's like, well, man, I already did that work, but then it raises its ugly head again. Let's just take one more under that. Okay, so I like that. Six of Swords. That means that something was toxic. Now, I know there were probably people who are toxic in your life, but I have to say, right here, right now, I feel like it's talking more about your thought system. Are you able and willing to be the fool? And that means I'm putting the past behind me. I'm not allowing past hurt, past anger, past regrets to have any effect in my present day moment, because this is where I'm manifesting from the present day moment. I do feel like you are able to put this all behind you. And then I feel like, yes, there's something of a dream coming towards you. And the only thing is be careful not to block it. Just be careful not to block it. Move into the fool's energy. And sometimes if I'm like, even if I want love, it doesn't mean that it's not fearful, right? Because we've all been hurt. This, I feel like taking it step by step by step is normally the best way. All right, I'm going to take one right over look at this, the universe. I wanted one right over the middle. So this is the world. This is the next chapter. And I feel like 2024 is really our next chapter. So I feel like this is talking about this year for you. And then it's a 21, so who knows, maybe March. But then you have a 1 and you have a 2 in there. So I can't leave out January and February. Though I feel like you may find, cuz I feel something like springtime, like spring air, you know. Um so this is part of your next chapter. This has nothing to do with the past. This is about your present moving forward. Okay. I'm going to let that be. And guys, I got to go. I am going to be again. I'll be on tomorrow. So if I didn't get your question today, then I'll be here tomorrow. So I'll try to get you then. But thank you guys. Thank you so much. I always feel so bad that I didn't answer everyone's question. Um, but I really do try my best. But when my energy gets low, I know it's time to go. So I'm going to go, but I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. I love you. I thank you. Truly, I thank you. And welcome to anybody who's new. I'd love to hear your comments. I hope that you asked a question and I hope the answer really resonated with you. And by the way, one more time, I'm going to say, don't forget that a lot of times, and that's why I leave chat replay on, because a lot of times the questions that you have, you hear me answer someone else's question and it sounds like, oh my God, that sounds like it's for me. Know that your guides know that you're here. So certainly they will use other people's answers to answer you also. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. I guess you believe whatever you want, but that's what I believe. Anyways, I love you guys. I thank you. And I will see you next time at our table. Bye bye.